What is up, gorgeous human beings? How you guys doing? I'm doing good, thank you. Like you saw in the title, I have injured myself and I thought that I could maybe make a video to explain what I have and to basically tell you what's gonna happen in the next few weeks and few months for me to get back on the ice. This is not the first injury I have. I broke my ankle like 4 years ago, so I've been through this process one time. So this is not like a new territory that I have to go in, but you know, it's not a place where you want to be at all times, so it's kind of a bummer, but this is what's happening and I have no control over it. So before I explain to you what I have, we had to go back a couple months and I'm gonna picture you the whole story so you can kind of understand where it came from and everything. So to put you in context, today is April 28th and I've stopped skating for a month now. So I haven't put on my skate for a whole entire month. And basically what happened is before I stopped skating, like the month and a half before, I started to have lower back pain. And at first it was basically nothing. We got back on the ice after nationals and I had a whole week of rest. So when someone tells me that I can rest, I did a whole 7 days of just laying horizontally. So I did nothing. And then I went back to training, and when I got back, I was really motivated because the Olympics were coming and I wanted to see skating, and I feel like, I don't know how to explain it, but if you're an athlete, after a competition, you're so excited to go back to training. So that was my mood I was going in. So the first day that I got back, I worked really hard and then I thought that I was sore, basically. The next day I woke up and my back felt so sore and I was like, oh, maybe it's just because I haven't skated in a long time, which is stupid to think because I've only stopped skating for a week. But it felt like a long time. So after that, I was like, it's just sore. Let's continue anyway because I'm an athlete, that's what we do. So I continued for like, I don't know, a good 3 weeks, if not a month, before I took my first break because my back was just hurting too much. Skating around was hurting me, jumping and falling was hurting me, so we had to take a break. I didn't stop completely, I just stopped jumping, so for a whole week I was just at the rink, skating around, doing my programs, doing my show programs, and not jumping at all. So it actually got better for a whole week because I wasn't jumping or anything. And then after that, got back to training, got back to jumping, and my back was in pain again. A week has passed and I felt so good, and then the day that I came back, the pain was back. So it was really a pain. In between those days, I went to see so many people to treat my back, and everybody was kind of telling me that it was irritation, that I could keep going, but take it slowly. So that's what I did. I did a whole plan with my team of coaches and we lowered the amount of jumps that I did in a session, but it didn't get better at all. So my physio told me to go see a doctor so I could go pass a scan and a MRI. So that's what I did, and he told me that what he thought I had was, I'm trying to not butcher the name, but he thought I had a spondylolysis. I don't know if I got that right, but I'll put the name so you can see what it is. So that is basically a little stress fracture in one of my vertebrae. So when I heard the news, I was like, all right, what's the next step? What do I need to do? So he told me to go pass a scan and then an MRI to be like, to have as much proof as we can to like make the final diagnostic. So that's what I did. I went to do a scan and like we thought would happen, I had a spondylolysis, and then I did my MRI and we actually learned that it was worse than what we thought, because at first he thought it was only a spondylolysis on one side of my vertebrae, but it was actually on both sides. So I'm gonna try to picture this for you because I've been doing it a couple times now, so I'm kind of used to it by now. Basically, what your vertebrae looks like is this and that. So in between, in the hole, is your spinal cord. Wait, no. Let me make sure it's actually the right word that I'm saying. Yes, okay, I was right. So, vertebrae, the spinal cord goes in between. It goes from your brain through the end of your vertebrae. So, this is my vertebrae, and what a spondylolysis is when one part is broken like this, so it'll be loose, but mine is broken on both parts, so like the two pieces of my vertebrae are just not together. And what that does too is that it breaks, and then this little part in the front slides. So I'm lucky though, and all my unluckiness, that my vertebrae has not glided a lot. It's only a grade 1, so it only glided forward a tiny bit, but all of that was hella painful. When I really stopped skating, well, the week before I stopped, I couldn't do anything. Walking was hurting my back, skating was painful, jumping was just the most painful thing I've ever did. And you know, the reason why I've never really stopped is because in the skating world, I don't know anyone who's not like in pain from somewhere. Whether it's like the knee, the ankle, the wrist, your back, whatever it is, someone's in pain, but not necessarily injured. So I thought I was just in pain too, so I just continued like everybody else. But I guess I should have stopped sooner, because maybe at first was only a small little fracture and it was only fractured on one part, but then I kept going, kept jumping, kept falling, and then just entirely broke. So yeah, that's kind of what's happening with my back. Not really fun, but listen, this taught me a lot. Right now though, it's not painful at all. It doesn't hurt me. I still cannot skate. I cannot move my back at all, but at least it doesn't hurt. And that's the weird thing about this injury, is that before, when I broke my ankle was broken. I was in pain like at all time with my ankle, but then it just stopped and I could go back on the ice. But now I'm in no pain at all, but I can't go back on the ice, so it's so frustrating. Mentally though, I feel alright. I can only see the positive part of it all. I mean, now I can rest. It doesn't happen often. I get to binge watch all of the series I want to see, and I think I see it as a sign that my body just wanted to break. So I can't do anything about it. I do feel a bit frustrated though, because for a long time I knew something was wrong with my back. Maybe a month before I got my diagnostic, I knew something was wrong with my back. I knew it, I felt it, and even though I went to get help, I should have stopped myself. I knew it was not getting anywhere. I knew I was in so much pain. I should have stopped. Maybe it would have helped, but it's too late, so I can't do anything. So now I do a bunch of exercises for my back to help with my whole core strength. So I do a lot of abs, a lot of lower back workout to help my vertebrae heal properly. I also do a lot of swimming now, because it's kind of the only exercises that I can do right now. So I go swimming every day. I have gotten so much better at swimming. It's insane. And it's actually so relaxing to do. So that's actually something I want to bring to my day-to-day life, even when the injury is going to be gone. Or at least I'm going to try to keep going swimming. I'm also doing a lot of stationary bicycle, just to keep my legs moving. So that's been fun. So I still have a long way before I can go back on the ice and everything heals. So basically, I'll be able to put my skates back on the 25th of May. So still in a whole month. And then from there, I'll only be able to do some stroking and just some basic spins so that I don't hurt my back furthermore. And I'll do this for like 3 weeks. And then I'll be able to jump again 3 weeks after that. So like start of June. So like the first week or two of June. And then hopefully mid-July, everything's gonna be perfect and my injury is gonna be gone and I'll be able to go full-time skating. So let's cross our fingers that everything works. So that's kind of it. In the meantime, I'll try to do more YouTube videos. I have a couple ideas in my mind. Since I'm barely doing anything nowadays, I think I'll have plenty of time to edit and to create new videos. So that's what I'll try to do. Thank you for listening till the end. I really wanted to make that video just to be as transparent as I can be with you guys. I think we're, going through this journey together. And maybe this video explains why I've been kind of absent from social media in the last month. And it's not because I don't want to make videos, it's just I can't go back on the ice. So, like I said, I'll try to make more videos and I will try to also give you a little update when I'm back at skating. In the meantime, take care of yourself and I'll see you soon. Bisous.